plaza has very low insurance, all of which is thanks to its exterior frame. You see, when window washers work here, they simply take the elevator in the building up to their desired floor. From there, they knock open a window and they step out onto the building's exterior frame. Then they casually walk around the building as they wash all of those windows. Now, believe it or not, that is actually a lot safer than using their usual single pulley system. Up next, we have the Chicago Mercantile Exchange Center. The building with those two very tall towers. The towers are each 40 stories tall, and the building was complete in 1987. These interesting corners you see are called serrated corners. They account for three corner offices per corner, then 16 per floor. As you can tell, the two buildings are connected by a 10-story band. This 10-story band, up until October, was used simply to house two training floors. It's no longer the case. In just a few months, the 10-story band will open and a new corporate headquarters to be. Now, the training that was once done here is still being done just down at the Chicago Board of Trade building. I'll try to point that building out from the lake. And the training is now being done there because 3 years ago, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and the Chicago Board of Trade started going through a giant merger. The merger is now complete. Next to us now, we have the Civic Opera building done in 1929. This building was put up by its developer just for his wife. This building's developer was Samuel Insel, and he had a wife who was an aspiring opera singer, but she didn't do very well singing in New York. So Mr. Insel packed his bags and took his wife out here to Chicago. When he got here, he got together all the money he could. He then had this beautiful theater put up just for his wife. The only sad part of the story is that it didn't open in 1929, the year of the stock market crash. The building was later considered to be a financial disaster, though it did survive the Depression. Now that's all thanks to the three sides that have offices that surround the theater. The theater in the building is still used for performances and seats over 3,500 people. It also features a stage which can move up or down up to 15 feet, and all of that is powered by water from the river. Next to us now, we have 110 North Wacker Drive, done in 1959. This is the former Morton Salt Building, now used as a headquarters for General Growth Properties. General Growth Properties is an international shopping development company. They oversee more than 225 shopping malls around the world. Now this includes Water Tower Place on Michigan Avenue. As we clear the bridge ahead of us and on the right, you will see a brick building with very large windows. This is the Great Lakes Building, done in 1912. This building sits on a very historic spot. This is where the Wigwam once stood. The Wigwam was the hosting point for the Republican National Convention of 1860. This is the spot where Abraham Lincoln was nominated to run for the presidency. The building was also the first of its time to account for green space on the river's edge, though there was no zoning ordinance in effect at the time. In a moment, we'll clear the bridge and then start to turn back onto the main bridge. A very simple question. Who here has seen the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Good number of you. You kids in the center need to get with the times. It came out in the 80s and it's an awesome movie. You saw it already? No, you'll have to go watch it. It's a great movie. For those of you who've seen the movie, think back for a moment to the scene where Ferris's dad is at work. He looks down over the edge of his building onto a parade, and he thinks Ferris is at home being sick, but he's actually leading that said parade. The building to our right, the green glass one with the curve, was used for that shot. This is 333 West Wacker Drive. It went up in 1983, and is said to be Chicago's very first postmodern skyscraper. This building is also considered to be a great example of what is called contextualism. It's a brand new movement in architecture, and it simply means that buildings and architects pay respect to the area that will surround their buildings. You can see 333 does that, all thanks to its shape. It follows the curve in the river on this side, but strictly conforms to our grid system on its other two sides. As we head east and out towards the lake, I will take this time to tell you all how we dye the river green for St. Patrick's Day. Now, we dye the river bright green every year for St. Patrick's Day, and we dye it all thanks to the Plumbers Union. We are the only ones who know the formula for the orange biodegradable vegetable dye that amplifies our current green algae color. Plumbers from the Union were using the dye for its first purpose, finding small cracks in pipes. When they noticed that some of the dye got into the river, they noticed the amplification. Every year, on St. Patrick's Day, a few members of the Plumbers Union come on down to the cross-section of Columbus and the river. From there, they grab canisters of their dye and they hop into a boat. They put the boat in the river, put the dye in the river, and mix it up with the boat dye in the whole main branch of the river, bright green. Now, the bright green color lasts anywhere from 3 to 5 days as it naturally breaks down. Ahead of us and on the right, you will see a building with a white spire on the very top of it and that large rectangular cutout. This is the LaSalle Wacker building. It opened in 1930, and that large rectangular cutout is there for 2 reasons. The first one is the building style. The LaSalle Wacker building, once again, opened in 1930 and is the Art Deco style of architecture. Setbacks like the one you see here are considered to be a signature move of that style. The second, and I think more interesting reason for the setbacks is a zoning ordinance put into effect in 1927, saying all new buildings had to account for setbacks.